LaDonia Randall, Computer Applications and Communications. This is tutorial 3, Designing a Page Layout. In this tutorial, we will be creating a website for a chocolatier, Pandaisia Chocolates. This tutorial begins on page 169. We'll be using the files in our tutorial folder of our HTML3 datasets. That's a lot of files for tutorial 3. All right. So in session 3.1, we'll be doing page layout with floating elements. On page 170, you'll see some of the elements we'll be using. And then on page 171, you'll see the layout. On page 172, it introduces the display style and then goes on to talk about creating a reset style sheet. On page 173, we begin by creating a reset style sheet, and we'll be using our HTML editor. Remember, PC or Mac, it does not matter. All of them have an HTML editor. And I hope that you've been working on the tutorials and your first assignment, because that way you'll be comfortable using your HTML editor and knowing where to find your data sets. So first, let's open PC underscore reset underscore txt.css in our HTML editor. And that's from our HTML3 folder. Our first step, and again, everything that I'm doing in these videos is written in the book. So our first step is we're going to enter our name and the date. It's always important to do the tutorials before you try to do the assignment, because at least you have some type of foundation when you're actually doing the graded assignment. All right, after we put our name and our date in the comments section, we're going to save our document as PC underscore reset.css. The reason why you don't want to save over the file, you don't want to do a complete save, is because if you want to go back, because maybe you made a mistake and you just want to just start completely over, you still have the original file. So again, from step 1, we're saving it as PC underscore reset.css. Now, step 2, within the structural style section, we're going to insert the following style rule to define the display properties of several HTML5 structural elements. So we have our article. That's on my line 17. We have article, aside, fig caption, figure, footer, header, main, nav, section. Then we have our left squiggly bracket, display, block, semicolon, and then close off the squiggly, the right close squiggly. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is, just so I can make it easier for me to read, I'm going to do some formatting so if I need to troubleshoot, because as you know, in some of my previous videos, I made a few mistakes, and that happens. But we also need to be able to identify where those mistakes are, and in order to do that, it helps if you don't have just a whole bunch of code all on one line. All right, I'm gonna be sure to save my work. So we're going to complete this reset style sheet by adding other style rules that set the default padding and margins around commonly used page elements. And you know, something that I should have done was to open that home page. I'm going to open that up. Okay. So remember your home page, just so I can see what it looks like. And I should have done that before I actually started the style sheet. Okay, so this is what our page looks like before we get all the coding done um, for this tutorial. It's always good to take a look at what happens as you type in your lines of code, just so you can see what changes have been made. All right, so to complete the reset style sheet, we're going to complete the reset style sheet. The first thing we did was we created a reset style sheet. This is still on page 173. So within the typographic styles section, we're going to insert some more style rules to define the typographic styles for several page elements. This is a lot of text we're going to have to type, y'all, so get ready. We have address, article. The only thing that can limit you is uh, how fast you type. That's about it. Because if you're pecking at the keyboard, that's going to take a while, right? There are a lot of tools online that can help you with your typing speed. Again, I'm just typing the code in because I'm gonna go back and fix it, so it'll be easy to debug if I need to. That's transparent. And then, like I said, see all of this code on line 25? That's a whole bunch of mess. That looks like a funky mess, right? Okay. So let me kind of fix that up. So see my P right there? It needs to have a comma instead of that period. See, that'll make a difference when I'm trying to run my code. All right. So now let's type the rest, and let's tab margin, padding 0, and vertical align. Okay, why is this? Okay, that's just something on my screen. Oh, okay. Oops. All right. Moving on to step 2, we're going to add some more style rules to remove all list markers from the list items found within the navigation list. Let's go back and see. Okay, this is what? This is our navigation list right here, right? Okay, so let's start typing that in. That's nav UL, that's nav unordered list. So I'm gonna do that on after my line 36, nav That's navigation. UL, left squiggly bracket, list style, colon, none, semicolon, then list style, image, colon, none. Close off the squiggly. Then we need to do our navigation A, text hyphen decoration. Let's move the screen up so y'all can see. Then none, semicolon. Close off the squiggly bracket, right? I'm going to move this up a little bit, minimize this folder. There we go. All right. Now we need to set the default line height to 1. That's single space by applying the following style rule to the page body. So after my line 45, I'm going to type body, left squiggly bracket, line height, colon, that's setting it to 1. If you're looking in the book, which I hope you are, got to be careful with those 1s and L's, right? All right. So let's save this file so we can save our changes. Now, on page 175, we're going to get started on the Pandaisia Chocolates homepage. And we are going to start by opening PC underscore home underscore txt dot css from our HTML3 folder tutorial. Okay, PC underscore home underscore txt dot css. That's it right there, right? All right, we're going to open that with our editor. Because it looks like we're still working with our style sheets, right? How did y'all do with tutorial 2 working with those style sheets? It's a bit tedious, huh? It can be. So step 1, we're going to type our name and our date. These days are moving by fast too, aren't they? And we're going to save this as PC underscore home dot css. And I'm still saving it in my tutorial 3 folder. All right. We're going to leave that open. Then we're going to use our editor to open the PC home underscore txt dot html file. So that's PC underscore home underscore txt dot html. Let's open that. Oops. And we got to do some editing. So we need it in our HTML editor, right? All right. So now I'm going to type my name as it says in the directions, and our date, October 5th, 2017. But you type the date that you've been working on this. Then I'm going to save my file as PC underscore home dot html. All right. Now, within step 3 on page 175, within the document head, directly after the title element, we're going to insert the following link elements. So we can link the home page to the PC underscore reset dot css and the PC underscore styles 1 dot css and the PC underscore home dot css style sheets. So let's find our title element. That is on that is on line 7. Oops, that is on line 17. That's on my line 17. So let's start typing these link elements. Link href equals PC underscore reset dot CSS. Then we have our REL equals open quotation style sheet. Am I doing my spelling correctly, y'all? All right. Then we need link href. Uh-oh, look at my line 19. I have an error, don't I? Anybody else catch that? Let me go back to line 19 and put an equal sign. Okay, I'm back on line 21. Back on line 20. Link href equals open quotation PC underscore styles and the number one dot CSS. Then we have REL equals. Oops. That's one thing about this application. It puts those quotation marks, so that can cause me to have an easy error, right? All right, and our last href link for this step. I'll fix those quotation marks. All right. Now we're going to take some time to study the content and structure of the PC underscore home.html document, and we're going to pay particular attention to the use of ID and class names throughout the document. How about that? In step 5, we always want to save our work, and you see we're on PC home. We can see that in our comment section. All right, so let us look at PC home, PC underscore home in our web browser. How about that? Okay. You see how those lines of code made some changes? And you see we have our links, right? We're getting there. All right. What's our next step? So it goes on to say that that our contact has sketched a general layout that they want for the home page, and that's on page 176. And you compare the PC underscore home.html file content to the sketch shown in figure 3-4 so you can get a better understanding of how the page content relates to Ann's proposed layout. So you see, we still have a little bit more work to do, don't we? Because we have images moved to the right. We have our navigation going across the top. It should not be vertical. We're getting there. That's why it's important to practice so you can feel comfortable with this coding. All right, now we're going to set the initial dimensions of the page. This is on page 179. We're going to go back to our PC underscore home.css file. Now, as we know, this that I have open is PC underscore home, and I know that because it's shown up here in my bar, and it's shown on my line 13. So let me go to PC underscore home.css. Now you see on line 12, I have PC underscore home.css, and I also have it listed in my title bar of my HTML editor. All right, so we need to add some style rules to the body style section. So my body style section is line 16. And are y'all able to view this? Do I need to make my font a little larger? Does that help? Let's do 24. That might be a little better, right? Okay. So line 16, underline 16, my body styles section. I'm going to type body, left squiggly bracket, max width, 960 px, semicolon. Ooh, that's ugly. Look at my font. Okay. Maybe that wasn't the best idea. Let's keep typing. Because the important thing is that y'all can see what's going on. Let me type that px again. There we go. And my width, 95%. Oops, 95%, semicolon. There we go. Now within the body header styles section, we're going to insert some more styles, body header styles. And so we can set the display type and width of the logo image. All right, so we got body, greater than sign, header, greater than sign, img. Left squiggly bracket. Next we have display, colon block, semi, um, semicolon. Did I put a space? Yeah. Next we have width, colon 100%, semicolon, misspell width, fix that. We're going to save these changes. And then I'm going to open up that PC underscore home.html file in my browser. So let me find my folder. There we go. Can y'all see that? See, my type is HTML, PC underscore home. Let's open it. Okay. You see how now we can see the browser window background. Let me see, our page body width is 95% of the browser window. Our logo is 100% of the body width. Okay. And we have our body background. All right, beautiful. Now, step 4 on page 180 is telling us that we need to change the width of our browser window and verify that the size of the page body and the size of the logo resize as needed within the range of 640 to 960 pixels. So that is something that you will need to do in your that is something that you will need to work with. Try going to your settings. What is that? System preferences, perhaps for your system preferences for your Mac, your control panels on your PC, and then go to displays. That's something that you can practice on your own. All right, on page 181, we're going to center the page body horizontally. All right. So on PC home, PC underscore home.css file, we're going to be in our HTML editor, and then within the style rule for the body selector, we're going to insert some properties. All right, for the body selector, right? Okay. So let's type that piece of code in, and then let's see what happens, okay? So underline, let me see, that's fine, 22. Let's do a space. And I am in CSS underscore, yes. All right. So, I need to get in here, don't I, y'all? Let's try it. See if I'm working this correctly. Remember, whatever you do, you can always undo. 960 px. I keep wanting to put a colon, don't I? Man, with is my with spelling correctly? Px, then with. Oh, you know what? Duh. I just need to add. I just needed to add those two lines, didn't I? Yep. See, whatever you can do, whatever you do, you can undo, right? Okay, 960px to 640. That's what it's telling us to do in step 4, not necessarily go into our system preferences or our control panel, right? Okay. So let's save this, and then let's open that file in our browser. That was PC Home, right? Okay, that looks good. Now remember how before we didn't have this left background showing, but now we do? Okay, that's good. All right, let's keep moving, shall we? We're still in tutorial 3. We're in session 3.1. This video, again, will cover all of section 3.1. Stop, rewind, fast forward as needed, review, view, and review. Okay, so now we're going to go back to our PC underscore home.css file in our editor, and then we're going to go to the body header style section. That starts on my line 27. It says, because there are 5 links in the navigation list, you'll make each list item 20% of the width of the navigation list by adding some style rules. Okay, so let's do this. Body greater than header greater than nav dot horizontal navigation li left squiggly. Then we have our width 20% semicolon body header nav dot horizontal navigation. Now that looks correct, right? Let's hope. Okay, now we got to insert step 3, 185. Insert the following style rule within the horizontal navigation style section to display every list item with a horizontal navigation list as a blocked floated on the left. Okay, so I need to go to my horizontal navigation style section. That's my line 37. Underneath that, I'm typing nav dot horizontal navigation li left squiggly display colon block semicolon float float colon left semicolon right squiggly. We're going to save these changes. Then we're going to reload the PC underscore home.html file. in our browser. And let's see what that looks like. Okay, we're making progress, right? Still looks a little funky, but we're making progress. Does your screen, after you typed in that code, does it look like the image on page 185? If not, be sure to check your code, see if you made any errors. All right, next on page 186, we're going to change the display of the hypertext link. So we're going back to our cascading style sheet for PC underscore home. We're going to have that in our browser. Then within the horizontal navigation style section, that's my line 37. We're going to insert some style rules to format the appearance of the hypertext links within the horizontal navigation list. All right, so let's do this. Nav, horizontal navigation, A, left squiggly, then we have display, colon, block, semicolon, then we have text, align, spelling, colon, center, semicolon, close off the squiggly. Save our changes, then again, reload PC underscore home .html. Let's open that. Okay, we're looking a little better on the top, right? Across the top. Now we want to step forward. We're going to hover our mouse pointer over the links in the navigation list and check out how the link text is centered within its block and the background. Yes, it does. Color extends fully across the block rather than confined to the link text. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. All right, let's keep moving. All right, next we're going to float the left and right column sections. This is on page 188. Going back to our pchome.css file in our HTML editor, we're going to go to the left column styles uh, section. That's on my line 48, and we're going to enter some style rules. Section, hashtag, left column, left squiggly, clear, colon, left, float, colon, left, width, colon, 33%. Now within the right column style section, we're going to add some code. We have section, hashtag right column, we have float, left, semicolon, and width, colon, 67%, semicolon, right squiggly. Okay, does that look good? Now our text is saying that we do not apply the clear property to the right column because you want it to be displayed in the same row alongside the left column. And there's a sample on page 188, figure 3-16 that highlights the style rules to the left and right column. Okay. Again, it's not telling us to open PC underscore home, but why not open it to see if it did anything? Okay. On page 189, to complete the right column section, within the right column style section, we are going to insert some style rules to format the inline images and list items. Oh, great. Finally. Okay. This is going to make our page look like something. Okay. So right column styles. After the width 67%, we go underneath that. I'm going to have some space so I can debug my code just in case. All right. Then we still need some other code to type. Section, hashtag, right column. That is a capital C that I'm typing. I changed the font, hopefully to make it easier for you all to see on your computer screen. And that's why my stuff looks a little funky. All right. Close it off. Save our changes. All right, let's open pc_home.html in our browser. You see how that shifted for us? And does our page in our browser look like the sample that is on page 190, figure 318? Our left column takes up about 30% of the width of the page body, and then our right column takes up the majority at 67% of the width. And then as we scroll down, right here, it says a horizontal navigation list with each image and label set to 25% of the list width. This is going to look really nice. What y'all think? Okay. Next, we're still working with that cascading style sheet, PC_home. We are going to go to the left column style section. And we're going to insert the property padding 1.5 M into the section hashtag left column styles rule. Okay, left column styles rule. That's on my page. Oh, on my line 49. We got we got clear left. We got float left. Then we need to add padding, colon 1.5 EM, semicolon, and our width at 33%. I'm going to save the changes to our style sheet. I'll do keystrokes. It wastes too much time trying to do file and save. Just go ahead and do that Command S on your Mac or your Control S on your PC. Learn how to use your keystrokes. It saves a lot of time. All right, let's go to our folder, pchome.html, and let's see what it did. All right. So we increased padding, and so that increased the width of the left column, making it bigger than 33% of the page body width. Then our right column is forced to wrap to the next row. Yeah, ruining our page layout. Womp womp. So our book says this simple change has caused the layout to crash. What went wrong? What do you think went wrong, y'all? Let's keep working because we are going to fix some things. So let's go to page 193. We're going to set the block layout model. So let us go to PC_reset. That's another style sheet we had. I'm going to change my font size so that it will make it a little easier for you all to see. I'm not going to make it 24. Let's make it 18. So we're going to add some style properties to the style rule for the list of block elements. We are going to do this in my line after line 24 with the typographic styles. We have all this code from 25 to 29. Then we have some other code that we had with background, our font size, margin, padding, and our vertical align baseline. Below that, we're going to type some code in that will apply a border box sizing to all our listed block elements. All right, we got sizing, border box, semicolon. And I think I need a dash there, don't I? MOZ box sizing colon border hyphen box semicolon. And we have box sizing colon border dash box semicolon. Right. I'm going to save the changes to this style sheet, and we're going to reload pc_home.html. All right. Verify that the layout to the left and the right columns has been restored and additional padding has been added within the left column. Yes, sir. Okay, so the final part of the Pandaisia Chocolates homepage is the footer, and that contains 3 vertical navigation lists and a section element that with contact information for the store. So once the left margin is clear of previously floated objects, float these 4 elements on the left margin with the widths of the 3 navigation lists, each set to 22% of the body width, and the section element occupying the remaining 34%. So to lay out the page footer, we are going to go to pc_home.css, that file. Let me double check, make sure. Yeah, my line 12 is saying pc_home.css, and it's also listed up here in my title bar. Okay, we're going to scroll down to our footer section. That's my line 73. Underneath that, I'm going to insert the following style rule. Footer, left squiggly, clear, colon left, semicolon, left squiggly. And then I'm going to hit this return so I can have some more lines. And that way y'all can see on your screen. Next, we're typing footer greater than nav.vertical, navigation, left squiggly, float. And the reason why I'm just demonstrating what the tutorial is because of time. If I would go and discuss everything that is written within the chapter, this will make this video longer. So it's up to you, and I do suggest that you read within the chapter because there's a lot of information that's covered that I do not cover in the video. All right. All right. So we're going to save these changes. And look, I misspelled filter. Filter. Is it supposed to be filter? No, y'all. It's supposed to be footer. greater than section, hashtag, contact, capital I and info, left squiggly. Okay. Float, colon, space, left, semicolon, width, colon, space, 34%, semicolon, left squiggly. Okay. This is all in our footer styles. And let me see, this line on my line 75, that displays the footer once the left margin is clear of floated objects. Then we have my line 79 and 80. Let me select that for y'all. And look, there's a colon that needs to be a semicolon. That's why it's always good to go back and look. All right, these two lines set the width of the vertical navigation list to 22% and floats them on the left. And then my lines 83 and 84 set the width of the contact info section to 34% and floats it on the left. So let's save these changes. Let's open up HTML_home and see what it looks like. Ah, fantastic. All right. Look at that. We got each vertical navigation list set at 22% of the footer width and floated on the left. And then we have the width of the contact information section set at 34% of the footer width and floated on the left. Hallelujah. All right. That looks beautiful. All right, on page 195, to set the footer background color, we're going back to PC underscore home.css. We're going to our footer style section. And then we're going to insert some property for the footer selector. Okay, so footer, keep the clear left. And we're going to add background dash color colon RGB 71 52 29. Close the parentheses, semicolon. All right, we're going to save that. We're going to go and open HTML_home in our browser. Let's see what it looks like. Okay. Do we see any changes? Well, I don't think we do we? Why didn't the change to the background color take effect? So to help us understand that, we got to look at the nature of the floated elements, don't we? And that information can be, that's a good test question, don't y'all think? In the Pandaisia Chocolates tutorial, why didn't the background color change take effect? Okay, moving on. Page 196. Only those that watch this video all the way through would know that could possibly be a question on an upcoming midterm exam, right? All right. To keep the footer from collapsing, on page 196, we're going to return to the footer styles section in our PC underscore home.css file. And after the style rule for the footer element, we're going to type in some more code. So let's do that. So after this, we are going to type footer, colon, colon, after, left squiggly, enter, clear, colon, both, semicolon, content, colon, double quotation, semicolon, display, colon table, semicolon, right? Okay. Let's save that. Open PC underscore home. And how does that look, y'all? Does it look like the figure on page 197, figure 3-28? Okay. Again, be sure to read through um, session 3.1 of tutorial 3. And if you have any issues with your coding, be sure you go double check what you type. Again, I don't edit these videos so you can see that there are errors that I make, and I just have to go back and catch them, right? All right, so that concludes session 3.1.